Hello, Felix. I'm glad you could come in today.
Hello. Yes, I'd love to get this off my chest.
Of course, of course. Have a seat. Now let's begin. You say the crib keeper saved you?
Yes, my family wasn't so.
You don't need to go into detail if it bothers you.
No, I have to say this.
All right, just take your time.
My parents, they hated me.
How so?
My mother had me with another man, and the cost to have me hit them pretty hard. Dad was the worst one of the two. He spent most of his time sucking down beer.
Did they abuse you in any way?
Every damn day. It wasn't good. They barely fed me and Dad. Well, he took out his anger on me. I still have the scars. Then he came.
The keeper?
I was scared at first. Why wouldn't I be? A strange man was standing right outside little 8-year-old me's window in the middle of the night.
Can you describe him at all?
He was very tall. He had long arms and was wearing a top hat. His face, he only had eyes.
Just eyes?
Well, not really, more like black holes in his head that looked like eyes. He spoke to me.
From outside your window?
It was cracked open to let in air. The man spoke to me with a voice that was calm, almost inviting. He said I wasn't safe with my family. He offered to take me away to somewhere better, safer. He said he'd find another family to give me to, but only if I said yes.
And you believed him?
No, not at first. Even though I was 8, I knew not to trust a stranger. I really didn't trust anyone. But what did I have to lose? Anything would have been better than what I had at the time.
So you let him take you?
Not exactly. I opened the window more, enough to climb out. Then he started walking away, asking me to follow him.
You left with him of your own accord?
Yes. But after about a few minutes of walking down the road, he stopped. He told me there was something he needed to do, and to wait right where I was. He left, and came back several minutes later.
Did you ask what he did?
He said he delivered justice. He took some time to smooth out his coat and straighten his gloves.
What happened after that?
He took me to a house, a very tall house with bright windows. We stepped inside. Everything looked cozy and warm, and there were toys scattered about. Other kids around my age ran around and played.
Did he do anything else? What was it like there?
He took care of all of us. He'd feed us big meals that tasted amazing. He tended to everyone who got hurt. He'd even teach all of us all kinds of things. Every once in a while, he'd take 1 or 2 of the kids out of the mysterious house and tell us they found the parents that always should have been theirs to stay with forever and be loved. Then one day, he took my hand and led me out of the house. Once we hit the sidewalk, I looked back to see that the house had disappeared, like it was never there. Then I noticed the neighborhood. I didn't recognize it. It wasn't the one I thought was right outside the whole time I was in the crib keeper's house. He took me through that neighborhood to a house where a young couple lived.
Who were they?
They are my family, my adoptive parents. He brought me to them to see if they would be suitable to adopt me. In the end, they took me in, and I've been living comfortably since. They're nothing like my biological parents.
Have you seen the crib keeper since then?
Only once. Out my window in the distance. Even with that weird, empty-eyed face, he looked like he was smiling in satisfaction.
All right. That is all I needed to hear. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think I've said enough.
Well, thank you for your time. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you.
Felix Millstone, a confirmed subject of the crib keeper. A previous report investigating his biological family revealed that at the time Felix described, both parents were attacked by an unknown assailant who struck them relentlessly. Both were put into police custody when they confessed to committing child abuse. When asked why they confessed, they stated that their attacker said he'd return if they didn't. That scum like them didn't deserve mercy. The reports made it clear that they both seemed to be scared for their lives. Felix's description of the crib keeper and his behavior is consistent with previous subjects who said they were rescued and assigned new families by him. I believe I have enough evidence to confirm this being is selectively benevolent and cannot be considered a threat to the good-willed. However, it doesn't take so kindly to those who neglect or abuse children. If you ask me, I'd say he's in the right.